Welcome back to Light Talk, where the paranormal and the supernatural is a part of our everyday lives. I have a fantastic guest with us tonight. I am so excited to have her on the show. And I do know that she was military, so I would like to say thank you very much for serving, and to all of those out there that have served or are serving or will be serving. So thank you all very much. I appreciate you all. So let's go ahead and get started. And go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a bit, and we'll get started. And welcome to the show.
Of course. Thank you for having me on the show, and thank you for your support. That is a big, big deal for me. So thank you so much for supporting all the veterans. They are absolutely amazing. My name is Shauna Wooten, or Shaw Wooten, as a lot of people call me. I am a host of a couple of podcasts exploring the paranormal perspective, and I co-host with some friends of mine on a mostly paranormal podcast. I am also a paranormal investigator, and I've been in the field for a little over a decade.
So
What do you want
yeah,
to know?
so
Any more stuff?
everything, give
No.
me everything. I know we had so much fun talking before, and I'm just so excited to just hear some more stories. And she always had me cracking up. Everybody, she's just a she's a comic. So it's great to
Oh,
have
I try to
her.
be.
So, and
There's
yes,
more to life of the paranormal than just seriousness, always.
I love to hear those stories because you have stories specifically on that. So how about we start with that one?
Oh, well, there's quite a few stories that I have out there. One of the best ones that I can come up with, well, not come up with, it happened, guys, I swear. Um, I was at ATB Hospital in Arkansas that's no longer letting paranormal investigators come through. And I went there for the first time, I want to say back in 2015. And we were roaming the halls, and my husband, who does not do this, he's the biggest skeptic and calls me crazy, but he lets me do it anyway because he loves me. um he went with me and was walking with me, and I was doing the spirit box and all that, and freak came across the spirit box, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure you've never seen somebody that looks like me roaming through here, or you're not used to seeing people, women that look like me coming through here, all tatted up, pierced, and different color hair. I don't know if y'all guys can see it, but there is different colors in my hair. But I went back like a year later and went down the same hallway, and I was like, hey, do you remember me? Freak. I'm like, oh, got a name with a ghost now. That's pretty cool. I'm their freak. All right, I can do that. I can deal with that. I never felt anything bad there, but I was just known as freak to them. Anytime they come across, if I'd ask them if they knew who I was freak. So I guess I'm a freak to these spirits, and that's okay.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Be very afraid, right? No, it's amazing because whenever you get some of these that come across, especially from back in the 1900s and 1800s, they're not going to be used to people that look like me, or women, especially women that look like me, because women back in the day didn't have all the makeup and all the piercings and the different color hair. Um, Especially the tats. I mean, I'm pretty tatted up, so it's pretty cool that if they do accept you and they do give you that familiar name that you're kind of used to, it's kind of a, what do you call it?
An
Kind of
honor.
makes you feel, yeah, an honor. Exactly. It's an honor to know that they respect you and that you respect them, especially respect the spirits. They did live one time, people. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing that they give you that familiarity, especially when you go back to a location more than once.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. And that has to be an honor for them to be able to call you freak. I mean, that's
And me not get crazy over it.
it's right. And that's probably what they honor you for. They honor you for not freaking out, and just they felt your energy. I'm sure they felt your energy, felt that you were humorous and everything like that. So they could give you that humor of a name. So I think
Oh.
that's so lovely.
It is amazing. And I love taking a little laughter, especially I love making people laugh. That's my biggest thing. If I can make somebody laugh, then I know I've made somebody's day. Um, because I'm all about being positive and being happy. I'm very optimistic in life, as my husband says. And there's hardly a time that I'm really down. Even when there's bad times, I tend to make a lot of laughter and comedy out of it because I don't like to be in that state. I just don't. I like to be happy and positive. And I believe wholeheartedly in the doing to others as you would have them do unto you. And that goes for spirits as well as people that are alive. I'm more scared of the humans in this world than I am of any of the spirits that are watching over us or anything like that.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's some scary MOs out there. So I
Yeah.
won't go into that.
Yeah. I have people that say, you don't watch scary movies, but you're into all the ghosts and all of that. I go, no, I'm more afraid of those movies than I am the real stuff. It's
Mm.
like, people coming up behind me and scaring me, trying to scare me and all of that. I get people doing that, and I turn around and go, "You're so lucky because that I didn't turn around and punch the what's out of you
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
only the real ghosts can come up and do things like that. I don't want humans doing that."
No. No, especially if somebody is armed, because there are a lot of places in this world in this country now that are concealed carry or open carry. You don't want to walk up on somebody, especially ex-military, and try to scare them. I mean, my kids do it to me all the time, and they're lucky I haven't punched them yet. But there's not everybody that's like me out there that's ex-military, and you don't know who's going to be ex-military.
Right.
So
You don't
just
know
be
their
careful.
background. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Please be
Mm-mm.
careful because,
Do it
yeah,
at your own risk.
do it at your own risk. I'm almost
Do it at
about
your
ready to
own
put a sign on my back saying, "Scare me at your own risk," or something like that.
right.
It's like, beware, not responsible for any reactions.
No, I am not responsible for how I react to you scaring me. Just keep that in mind.
Bring it
But no,
on.
there's a lot of paranormal stuff that happens that's absolutely mind blowing. And of course, a lot of people are going to have to experience it for themselves for them to believe it because with AI out
Mhm.
there anymore, it's killing the paranormal field because there's so many people faking shit in the industry with either using AI, and AI is getting better and better every day. It's getting to where it's almost believable what people post out there. But you
Right.
just got to keep a watch out there. And a lot of the times you're going to have to experience it for yourself because if you don't, then you're always going to be a skeptic.
Yeah. And even some that I know personally have experienced and yet are still skeptic.
My husband being one of them.
My husband
Oh
being
my God.
the one I'm talking about. So,
What is with our husbands? I mean, come on. My husband's there across from me and heard our
dating,
daughter's voice.
yeah,
And it
see,
wasn't my daughter. She was gone. There was nobody in the house.
yeah, he's seen something in my backyard, our backyard, that, well, he didn't see it in the backyard, but he saw it on our camera. And he had nothing, he couldn't come up with anything for it. He has heard a fairy on a walk say hello to us. And it wasn't me, and there was no one around, not even a car. There was no one around us. And he's lately been getting cold breezes coming through him that he's feeling. He
Talks
can't
up to the
explain.
AC.
What was that?
Does he chalk it up to a fan or the AC or something like that?
It's
Or does he
not
just
that.
ignore it?
He knows it's happening, but he's like, what happened? I mean,
Oh.
I nothing's on. you know? And then, yeah, and then I had
Oh.
then it happened to me, and I was like, whoosh, the big old cold whoosh going by. And I was like, everything's closed. So I knew it was something. And I was telling him, I just felt this cold old breeze go through because I've been feeling that lately too.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder if that's Martha driving through you. Come on now. No. No, I
So
just don't
yeah,
understand. He's the type, he's just like your husband. He's the type ghost could slap him in the face and I'd be across the room and he'd say it was me. That's just that's just how he is. And I'm like, there are so many times, like just the other day, we were looking for this what the hell is it called? The scalpel thing, not the scalpel thingy, the drywall shovel thingy, mabobber flat thing. Um
the knife.
yeah, that well, it's not a knife. It's the
Oh, the
one that you
spatula
get the
thing.
this thing.
Yeah. With
We're
you.
looking for the you for the big one, and we couldn't find it anywhere in the house. We went through all the toolboxes, the drawers, everything. Looked on the kitchen counter, looked around this room, couldn't find it. Next day, I find it sitting on the edge of the kitchen counter. I said, "Oh, you won't believe what I found." And he said, "What?" And I showed him. He goes, "Where was it?" I said, "It was on the edge of the kitchen counter." He goes, "There's no way. I didn't put it there." I said, "Well, I didn't put it there." I said, "I bet you I know who put it there." And he goes, "Who?" I'm like, "Who do you think? Who do you think that's been stealing our stuff around for the last 16 years and putting it in different locations? It's the little boy spirit that's in this house. I guarantee you, playing tricks on us." And he was like, "Whatever." I'm like, "All right. Well, you saw it. You didn't see it. I didn't see it. And now it was there." So I can't explain it to you. I don't know how it got there.
Sees everything in the house. She's always looking at things in the house, and she'll bark at something that we're not seeing. And my husband's like, what are you barking at? There's nothing out there. I'm like, there's something out there. You just can't see it. There's something
Yeah.
out there she's protecting us from. So you
Oh,
just hush.
mm-hmm. That's it in a nutshell. I was like, you don't have to
Let her.
believe, but I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so funny because, he's trying. He's trying. He's trying to understand what I do, but it's not
It's
there.
amazing because I didn't realize how much I of my past I ignored was paranormal until I actually got into the paranormal and started the group back in 2012. I started it in September of 2012, didn't really get it going until October. And then when I did, we went to the first location we went to was this awesome couple's house. And when we got there, we set up the cameras, we're listening and everything and just chit chatting with them. And we hear a lot of EVPs going on in the background. The I had a motion detector that I had bought at Lowe's that I set up in their hallway, and we were sitting in there in the front room, and it's going off. Don't know what's going off. I mean, we checked the house for bugs. She had dogs, but they were on the floor. They couldn't set off that motion sensor because I had it way up high, and it was just an absolutely amazing. And of course, that was getting my gears up. I mean, first house, I got spoiled.
Right.
Then there was quite a few locations that was dead, and we were there all night. And it was like, this
Yeah.
is, I'm so tired. Nothing's happening. Nothing's going on. And I mean, because you're going to get a lot of those houses like that. You're going to get a lot of places like that. Of course, we got out of the residential a long time ago, and my group of 13 dwindled down to a group of four. And then that group of four dwindled down to a group of three, which was nothing but women. It was just me and two other ladies, friends of mine. And then now it's just me. I started doing my podcast and really got into the podcast and started doing the other podcast with a muck about a year after I started exploring the paranormal perspective. And it just seems everything has been taken off from there. And the more you get into the podcast realm and having to network and do everything yourself, it's a lot of work. So they went off and started doing their own thing, and I support them 100%. I understand. I'm not going out investigating hardly a lot anymore, and it's been a wild ride, especially this year. This year has been crazy with all the stuff. I'm going to so many conventions. I've got one in April, one in July, two in August, um, one in September, two in October, and then I'm done for the year. I always take breaks in November. November to February are my break times to spend with family
Good.
for the holidays and
Yep.
everything like that, and try to get caught up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. I still got season three, the rest of season three and season four to put up on Spotify. I haven't done that yet.
Oh,
Oh,
I get
it's
it. I
crazy.
get it. I get so busy and I
Mm.
forget, okay, I have a show that's uploading or something like that. And I'm like, well, I'll just go do this while this is uploading, or it's at nighttime and I got to go to bed so I can get up for work. And so then I
Oh,
forget about it. And then it's like, oh, crap.
yeah.
Now I have to re-upload it because it disconnected and it's not working. So I
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
Oh, I get it so much. And it's so much work. And a lot of people don't seem to understand. But there's a lot of them, especially when you get a good fan base, like that understand you've got stuff you're doing, you've got a full-time job, you got a family. So they do understand that. And there's some of them that are like, she's only got three seasons out, 2 seasons out, and 3 episodes of the third season. When are you gonna get the next one? And you keep getting those, and it's like, I'm trying my best. I'm just a one-woman show, people. Please. So because I do all the video editing, all the audio editing, of course, all my shows are live. So that helps me out a lot with having that live concept, but I always go back in and get it ready for radio. So I add music to it and I clip out some of the stuff that doesn't really need to be in it, and I make it radio ready. And then I
yeah,
try to do a visual aspect of editing for them for those that want to support me and go to my Ko-fi page at Geeks Paranormal. If they want to go there and support me with, I mean, donating $5 just to see all the videos you can see within that 1 month, that's fine. If you want to subscribe monthly, you can do that too. But it is a lot of work. And currently, right now, I've been putting that on the back burner because I've been doing another project that I can't really say anything right now. But I am working with Eric Verner on something, and I'm doing a lot of video editing for him and a lot of graphics for him, and hopefully I'll be able to talk more about it later on in the future. I'm crossing my fingers and really hoping that that takes off for him, because if it does, it'll take off for me. So I'm really crossing my fingers that it works out, because I'd love to
yeah,
get rid of this full-time job I'm doing and do that full time, honestly. So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's a lot of things in the work this year that is, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was going to be this busy.
I know it's been crazy. And it's so wild for me because last year it was kind of like a hit and miss, kind of like a doing
Oh,
well. I was doing well, but since like December, it's like my schedule's just like boom, full. And then I'll be down
yeah.
to like a week and it's like, oh boy, I have one more week and then I have nothing. But before I even start that one week, my next 2 weeks, boom, full. And
Yeah.
now I'm all the way up to March, about the middle of March. Now I'm full clear up to there already. And I'm like,
That's
this is
amazing.
so cool. I love
I
it.
do love it when that turns around so much for especially those that collaborate with other people, because a lot of people talk about para unity, but they don't do para unity. There's a lot of people that
And
will sit there and stab you in the back just to try to get ahead. And if you really, really are concerned about para unity networking, you're going to want to help other people out. And it's so good to have people like you that ask for people like me to come on. I want you to know this is the first show I've done in a long time that I've been a guest.
really
So, yes. You asked
welcome
me to
to
come
come
on, and I was
back.
like, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm ready to talk.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
let's
But
talk.
it's trying to get your schedule in a organized sort of way that you can come onto shows and express what you do and everything like that. So first off, thank you for having me on again. And I am all about networking, and that's what I really would love to express with the Para Unity is if you guys want to network, if you guys want to get your shows out there and get your show talked about, talk to people. Be nice to people. Don't use people, because the minute you start using people, it's going to spread quick in this community. And when it does, you're going to be pretty much out the door. So it's a lot about honesty and a lot about having each other's back that I've noticed a lot in this community, especially doing the show for going on. This is my 5th season, and I've been doing a muck for 4 seasons. I did a show before, but I had to cancel it. Me and the co-host just stopped talking. So that was just one of those things that you got to move on and go
Yeah.
somewhere else. And that's what I did. I moved on. I started my own podcast. And of course, I don't pay for advertisement because, my God, really? It's expensive. It's expensive, and not all. You're probably going to get more likely bots than you are actual people coming to the show. So I just do everything by word of mouth and networking. And Alignable, it was funny because Alignable, I just now paid for a full thing for Alignable just to see who's all been looking at the show and everything and what I could possibly do to get it out there more. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about Alignable until I went to Silicon 2 years ago and talked to Becky. Oh God, what's her name? What's her name? Theo? I think so. I'm sorry, Becky, if I fork up your name. Um, but she's the one that runs Silicon in Illinois, and she had posted something on it. I was like, I'll go check it out. So I went and checked it out, and I'm meeting so many awesome people. I've gotten so many people for the show on there. I met you on there. So it's a good way to network without having to go through the humbug, stupid drama of Facebook and X and Instagram. So it's kind of a relief, honestly, because I'm
It's
so
been,
tired.
yeah, I
That was
do
all the
that
bull.
and LinkedIn right now. Alignable and
I did
LinkedIn, I'm actually
LinkedIn.
getting people.
Really? I had thought about
Yes.
going back to LinkedIn because I do have Exploring the Paranormal Perspective on LinkedIn, but I haven't posted on there in a long time because I already post so much on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Rumble, and
Yeah.
we need a program that's going to send everything at one point. And I'm sure there's one out there, and somebody's going to charge like $45 a month for you to have it for so many different, because that's how it seems to be going nowadays.
Right.
Somebody will create something and you got to pay $100
Mm-hmm.
a month just to use it. And it's like, oh my gosh, ridiculous. I can do all this stuff for free. It just takes me longer.
Right. Right. Exactly. And that's what I do. I do everything
Oh,
free um, because I can't afford any of that. So I do it free and do what I can. And LinkedIn booted me out because I was posting my
really?
videos. Yeah, I was posting my videos and they like uh not against our rules. So they wouldn't let me post my videos anymore. And I tried again and
Wow.
they're I get this
Well, I won't be
nastier
going to LinkedIn then.
go for the people, but I don't post my videos anymore because I got these
Mhm.
nasty ones. We've told you before, you're not allowed to sit, you know, post this type of thing. And
See videos all the time on LinkedIn. What is going on
they
with your videos that they don't like? What are you doing, Dana?
just I'm facing the facts, giving the facts here. These people have stories and they need to tell the stories.
They don't
That's
care
not
about
allowed.
facts.
No.
Oh,
So
no.
yeah,
Boycott LinkedIn, guys. Don't do
I know.
LinkedIn.
Come on, get into the real world.
It's kind of like the tube of you. It's gotten to where I I notice a lot of my videos are getting banned, of course, in certain countries because of either music that's being played on there or something that's copyrighted that they don't like or something. And it's like, really? Come on. This is getting ridiculous. I can't say, newsflash, people, I cuss a lot. And on my show, I don't care what you say, just as long as you're not being disrespectful to kids, people, or whatever. I do it. And I'm pretty shocked, honestly, knock on wood, that most of the videos that I have up right now have not been taken down off of the tube of you, because I do throw that F bomb out there, and I don't bleep it. I bleep it with the word, but I don't bleep it from my face hole. So I I am just me. I don't think words, I mean, words do hurt. Of course they hurt. But, you know, a lot of times you got to be honest. You can't sugarcoat things. And if you're going to say something, say it with your whole heart and believe in it. Because if you're not going to say it with your whole heart and believe in it, you're just somebody else that's out there for clickbait. So my biggest thing, and that's why I went to Rumble, because I can pretty much say and do anything on Rumble without getting banned or my video getting taken down or banned from some country because, oh, I said the F bomb or I said damn or something else that somebody didn't like. And that's a part of the algorithm on the tube of you that I hate, and that I try not to really do a lot of stuff. I'll film the live feed on YouTube, but I don't put a lot of stuff on there anymore. I do a lot of like my clips to show my videos, but I try to push people more towards the Rumble channel because I'm already monetized on Rumble. I've been with YouTube since 2012, 2011. And I'm still stuck at the 900 mark. It doesn't matter. I can get 1,500 people and 500 people will be dropped off within the next month, and something will happen that I'm not monetized or something like that. So it's like, I'm so tired of messing with YouTube's algorithm. I'll go to Rumble and I'll go to the Book of Faces, or I'll go to TikTok and post my stuff on there. TikTok seems to like me. Okay. Well, they like my videos, but I did do a live stream. I did 2 live streams on TikTok. And the first live stream I ever did, I was doing a live paranormal investigation in a hotel room. And within 5 minutes, I got banned. Only because I said the ghost was whispering to me. That's all I said. I didn't even cuss. They banned me and they're like, "Oh, you're banned for 24 hours." I'm like, "What did I do?" All I do a paranormal investigation. What? The only thing I can think of is the algorithm picked up something that they didn't like and was like, ban. It had to have been a bot. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's so
Because I see
sad.
people all the time on TikTok streaming live streams and cussing up a storm and talking about horrible things, not doing a live paranormal investigation. And I've seen a lot of live paranormal investigations on TikTok, and the first time I ever go live, they banned me. So I did it one more time, but I was playing, I was gaming because I game too. And it seemed to work fine, but at the same time, and I was drinking on the stream. Don't drink and drive, and don't you drink if you're underage. But
You
but
listen to her.
it was but it was fun times, and it's
Yeah.
just the algorithm. I'm just so sick of the algorithms, especially places that push the lower, I about to say lower class. We're not lower class. The lower streamers, the small streaming community down, while they're lifting all the bigger ones up, and the bigger ones are, a lot of the big ones out there are just crap. They're crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hate to
I
say that, but
I
no, I
am
don't.
not I'm not too worried about my subscribers. Um, I mean, if it works, it works. If I start getting paid, that's icing. What my biggest thing is just getting the word out that we're not crazy people.
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly.
and I'm having the best of time just doing this,
Well,
you
because
know?
you're connecting with those of us that are with like minds, and a lot of people
Yes.
want to say that we're crazy, and it's like, well, if you've never experienced, you're gonna think we're crazy. Go out there and experience it for yourself. tune in to some of those people like Patty Negri and Marky Fultz that are psychics out there that are the real deal and will help you find out some things or help you with something. Fine, do it yourself. Don't take our word for it. Go find out yourself.
Right.
I
Look
mean, if you
into
want
all
to
this stuff.
take our word for it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Research. That's the biggest thing I always tell people. If you want to find out facts, if you want to find out the truth, research. If you don't know for sure it's a fact, say it. Say, I'm not sure if this is actually legit, but this is what I found. You can find it here. It's always
Mm-hmm.
about, especially in this community, you want to always be honest in this community, because the first time you let a lie slip or you go out there and you fake evidence, you're gone. You are a
Mm-hmm.
goner in this community, and nobody's going to
Yeah.
trust you. And I'm all about the trust factor. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that want to sit there and say, oh, you trust me, come on in, and give you that
Yeah.
nice little smile. And that's the first time I'm like, no, thank you. But
Yeah. Step
I
aside, small
what you see
fry.
is what you get. I am this goofy girl all the time.
And that's awesome. I love that. I love that. It's, I try to be me. I try to be honestly full set me. And, I don't feel like I lied to people. But at the same time, it's kind of weird because I don't want to let people feel like I lied to them. So I doubt myself. I think that's what it is. I doubt
Oh,
myself that I am
yeah.
lying to people. And it's like, you know what? I'm telling them what I know. I tell people what I've seen, what I've witnessed. You could go back and look at all my stories of things that I've witnessed, and they don't change.
Nope.
My
And that's the
stories
best
will always
part.
be yeah, and my stories will always be the same. And that's something I need to work on. See, I just learned something. Thank you. See, these shows are always, it must be a shadow I need to work on because it's like I feel like I'm guilty for
Confidence.
something I know I'm innocent on.
No.
So,
And I have like my bestie, I'm gonna call her out, Holly. She will tell me all the time, you are just so brutal sometimes with what you say. And I'm like, well, I don't sugarcoat things, for one. I don't like to sugarcoat things, because sugarcoating things to me makes me feel like I'm lying to people, and I don't like lying to people. So I
no, me
will not
neither.
sugarcoat anything. I'll be brutally
Yeah.
honest, and if you don't like it, it sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. I am just telling you if you want my opinion, I'm telling you my opinion. If you want my observation, I'm telling you my observation. Anything you ask of me, I'm going to tell you blunt and to the point. I'm not going to be like, well, honey, you seem like a really sweet girl, and you might be a little, you might want to go see some. No, that's horrible. If I think you're crazy, I'm going to say you're crazy. But I mean, most of the time I
Yeah.
find people absolutely fascinating that are in this field and that have gifts. I had this one
Mhm.
girl, cute girl. Her name is Tillie Treadwell. And
Oh, I
I
love her.
I love
I
her
love
so much.
her.
She
I
is
love
the
her.
sweetest little pixie. And I feel
Yes,
like
she
she's a little
is.
pixie. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, she was on the show, and she said a lot of things. I'm sitting there going, I don't know. But she'll always come back with something that makes me second guess my thought process. And I'm like, huh, maybe that what she is talking about is really legit. The way,
Yeah.
and the more I started talking to her, the more I was like, this girl, I don't even know how old she is. I just feel like a mama to her, because she is just the sweetest little thing. And I like her so much.
You
But
just want to pinch her little cheeks. Pinch
I
her cheeks
do. I
and
want
put
to
them
pick
on
her
the
up and put her
wall.
in my pocket.
I know. I haven't met her in person yet, but I met her
I'll
through
get to meet her in August, and I'm so excited.
give her a hug for me.
I will. I will. I told her the other day, I said, I'm going to be at Goblin. Well, we saw that each other is going to be at Goblin Con in Kentucky. And I said, I'm going to warn you, I'm a hugger. So she's Like,
Oh, I
that's
am
quite all right.
too. I love my
I am such a
hugs.
hugger.
I have people telling me all the time, you have the best hugs. It's like, oh, that's my greatest
Oh,
gift. Thank
that
you.
is
You know,
awesome.
I love my
Mhm.
hugs. Mm.
She she was absolutely a phenomenal on the show, and I just have to say, I mean, this is not her show, and I'm going to plug her book because I liked her book. I got a book from her, and it was
Mine's upstairs.
absolutely amazing. I loved it. I read it front to back,
Yep.
and I have to say, honestly, that was the first book that I've ever read, and I'm so sorry for anybody else that I've had on the show that I've read your book. Hers was the first one I read from front to back because it was so nostalgic. It felt so nostalgic, like my
It was
childhood.
it was so cool. I'm gonna
It was.
reread it.
It was.
I'm getting ready to
Yeah.
just reread it because I have a book right now that I'm reading, but it's not fully resonating with me at this moment. So I think I'm
Mhm.
going to be switching back to hers and rereading it. And I'm excited to read it in a different viewpoint.
Definitely, especially after you speak to
Yes.
her. Whenever
Yes.
you read it again, it's like a totally different concept of the reality that you imagined in your mind when you were reading it the first time. And
Yeah.
that's the one thing I love about my podcast is that everybody can be themselves. Everybody can do, I mean, if you want a brewski, drink a brewski when you're on the show. If you want to smoke a cigarette, cuss if you want to. That's my show. It's real. It's right in the moment. It's people in my community getting to know that person that's on my show and me just striking up a conversation with them. Yeah, I'll ask some questions and yeah, we'll get, down to the nitty gritty. But it's a lot like what we're doing right now, me and you. We're just having a conversation and talking about our what we've done in the paranormal and everything else. And like I said, I've been doing this for a little over a decade in the paranormal investigating field, and I've still got a little over a decade of stuff I got to research because I'm just one girl. So going
Well,
through 72 hours worth of video, oh my gosh, and trying to do everything else at the same time is like, okay, AI, when are they going to make something to go through the video and find something abnormal in the videos? Please.
well, that's all I ask for my shows too, is for you to just come on the show, be yourself, have fun, and that's what I like about my guests. They've been just such a joy for me. I mean,
Oh,
they've just been so awesome. And my subscribers, awesome people. I mean, I've
yes.
got a good crew here, and I thank you all. I mean, I really do. I really thank you all because I never thought I never ever dreamt of being a podcaster because I can't
I didn't
stand looking
either.
at myself. Yeah, I
Oh,
can't stand
honey,
looking at
no.
myself. And then I couldn't stand
You're
hearing
beautiful.
my voice. So now at least I can look at myself. I can look at myself now, but I've yet to really re listen to a show because I
Oh my
can't hear my
goodness.
voice.
Oh my goodness. My husband is calling. Give me just a second. Hubby, I'm in the middle of a show. Uh, but no, honey, you're fine. I think you're doing fantastic. And that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't seem to grasp the concept of. And here I am multitasking. I'm squirreling. Um, but uh a lot of people that have made it in the field, they don't seem to grasp the concept that their fans is what put them where they are. And I have met quite a few in the paranormal field that are high up. I'm not going to say any names. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't raise my hand. I didn't say,
It's
I'm not
okay.
going to say any names, but they've forgotten where they've come from. They have totally forgotten where they come from. They think their shit don't stink. And whenever they want to go to these paranormal conventions, they're asking for thousands and thousands of dollars just to be there, just for the convention owners to. I mean, I understand sometimes you want to have somebody that's high up there at your show to bring more people in, but you've got to look at who put you there to begin with. I
That
wouldn't ask for more than a plane ticket and a room. I'll feed myself, I'll do everything else. But sometimes, yes, I understand you may need travel expenses. And thank you,
Mhm.
Santiago Cirillo, for paying for my way and letting me be the host of the Paragold High Nation back in 2024. I really appreciate it. But there's a lot of people out there that don't seem to grasp that concept, and you see them in the big light, you see them and they really think their shit don't sting. But it's the people that subscribe to the shows and the people that watch the shows and actually communicate on the chats that put you where you are. So
Yeah,
people really got to grasp that concept and keep it in mind whenever they do start getting thousands and thousands of people watching the show. Because if it wasn't for those thousands and thousands of people watching the show, you wouldn't be where you are.
that's
And I know I
right.
just went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, no, you're good. You're good because it's true. And I don't want to be like that. I want to keep it just like I am right now because the show isn't my show. It really isn't my show. And I tell everybody this all the time. It's not my show. It's your show. It's my guest show.
Yeah,
It's
it's
my
me
guest's
promoting them.
show. Yeah, because you're the one telling your stories. You're the one that's helping out my subscribers and the ones viewing this show. It's those people.
Yep.
I am just what you call it, the I don't know what you would call it.
The
I'm
voice
just
box.
the voice box, baby. I don't know. I'm just the one connecting you to the audience.
Yeah, networking. You're networking.
That's all I'm doing is connecting you to the audience so the audience can say, man, I experienced that. Wow, maybe I'm not so crazy that I thought I was. Or, you know, and your stories, the guest stories are always helping me out. I've
Mhm.
seen a lot of growth in myself since I started this. And I am so excited to learn more. And
Right?
I've got some good friends now because of this podcast. Um, Paul Anthony. Paul Anthony was my one of my first guests, and since I had him on the show, I've gotten all these other show people. It's just coming out of the woodwork, and so I thank you, Paul. Thank you, because I've had so much fun doing this and hearing
Yeah.
everyone's stories because I'm just recently hearing stories. Okay, I'm listening to this lady. Okay,
Okay.
she is doing the Rocky Mountain something view, something view Rocky Mountain Ranch. I can't remember. Do you know what I'm talking about? She lives or she's connected to the family from her mom's boyfriend, connected to her mom's boyfriend's family that was living on the ranch. Let me see if I can say this right. Sorry if I messed this up. But I want to get her on the show. But she witnessed all this stuff on this ranch. And I grew up right next to the county that this happened in. So, and
Oh.
I witnessed some things. And the other day I was listening to it, and she was saying that she saw faces like from the nose up. And I'm like, oh,
Oh my
I
gosh.
saw faces from the nose up in that same area. And
Oh.
she talked of having Bigfoot in that area. It's like we saw a
Oh my.
Bigfoot foot in that area. And I'm like,
Relatable.
it because of the all the see, I just got so excited there. Um all the happenings, all the events that's going on in that county. It's like here's the county. I don't know how to do this camera thing yet. But here's let's say this is the county. I grew up out right here. I was so close to that county that I was pretty much in that county when this stuff was going
Oh
on.
wow.
And
Oh
so I was just
wow.
like,
That is
no, I'm just like,
amazing. I know. Oh my gosh. It's like, have you talked to Mike Ricksecker yet?
No.
Oh my gosh. You want to
Send him
hear some
here.
stories? Oh, he has got some about the Alaska Triangle. He does some stuff over in Egypt. He has done some books on shadow people. Absolutely. Here I am promoting everybody else. I love you guys. He has been absolutely phenomenal to talk to. He's got some amazing stories. So I really highly suggest him. Also, my Amok crew, I say my Amok crew, the Amok crew, because it's not mine. They are awesome human beings too. I mean, you got Adrian, who has been in the paranormal field for a while. He was on Ghost Adventures. You've got Ken, who is woo woo. He actually can talk and see some spirits. He is pretty amazing. And then you got Pam, who is also a sensitive, who has a paranormal group, and she runs Border Town Strange and is on quite a few other podcasts. And she has a convention in Caney, Kansas that they put on every year. And so, yeah, definitely, I'll have to get you hooked up with some of them and get them on the
Yeah.
show because they are absolutely amazing human beings. There are some amazing people out there. I think you had Russell Reynolds on already. I'm not
Yes.
sure. Yes, he is a sweetheart. Him and his dad both are sweethearts. Um, who else? Oh my gosh. Well, you already had Tillie on.
Yeah.
And you had Artemis.
Yeah.
Artemis, what a name. I love that name. Artemis. Is Artemis? Artemis? No.
Artemis. Artemis.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a while. I had to repeat. But I think I got it down now.
It was kind of funny because I was researching him before I had him on the show. And I went to the first one that I saw him on. The guy mispronounced his name. And I'm like, why didn't you find out? Because I went to his YouTube channel just to hear him say what his name was. So I would know how to pronounce it when he came on the show. And that's what I do a lot whenever I do my shows. I go to other different podcasts that they've been on. I research them. I look into their background, try to see what they've done, what I can talk about, and I find out how to pronounce their name. Now, granted, sometimes my accent doesn't let me pronounce it like it's supposed to, and I do apologize up front. But but this guy throughout the whole podcast, he was on the podcast with him the whole time, and sweet Artemis didn't correct him at all, just let him continue calling him that. And I'm sitting there going, I'm called Shaw or Shauna. There's only a few people that call me Shay because I'll see the SHA and they'll call me Shay. And it's just people that I've let do it because I love them. They're great. Santi calls me Shay. Sometimes he'll call me Shaw when he realizes it was supposed to be Shawn. It's like, honey, it's okay. I've known you for years. You can call me Shay. But there's a lot. They'll sit there and see Shauna, and they don't call me Shauna. They come up with some name out of the blue, and it's like, how did you come up with that? Even on my profile, I have pronunciation Shauna, Nah, Shauna. I don't know how you can mispronounce it, but I mean, granted, that's a little anal, and I'm sorry. But growing up, I've always been called so many different names. I've been called Shauna, Shanna, and it's like, oh, it's Shauna or Shaw. You can shorten it to Shaw.
Yeah. I've been called
But
different names too. And it's
oh,
Diana, Donna, and Nana, all kinds of different names. It's like, it's okay. Like
whatever. Call me what
my
you
grandpa
want.
always told us you could call us anything because he was a step grandpa. And he goes, um, the kids can call me anything they want, but they better not call me an SOB. And it's like, there you
Ooh,
go.
yeah.
So there you go.
It's like I tell a lot of them, you can call me Geeks or you can call me Shauna or Shaw. Just don't call me late for dinner.
There you go. I have a rule because I know I won't pronounce people's names right. So I never say their names.
Ah,
I won't
yeah.
say their names. That's why you guys introduce yourselves because I tried it twice and I jacked them up both times. It's like, nope. I
I was
deleted
on
that
that
and just continued on.
Daniel Benoit. I saw his name on there, and I had him on the show. We had him on the show a couple of on Amok Paranormal a couple episodes back, and we got on there, and Ken and Adrian was like, "How do you pronounce his last name? Is it Benoit? Know it?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's Benoit, but let me look." So I went to his Facebook page and saw that it was pronounced Benoit, and I was like, "Oh, this is how you pronounce it," and it was just like it's not hard anymore to find out how to do it. But I totally agree with how you're doing it. I mean, you do you, boo. But I always make it's like an icebreaker for me though, because I like to make people laugh before I get them on the show to make them comfortable. And if I can make them laugh by mispronouncing their last name with my accent, by all means, I'm going to do it. If I have to act like make a fool of myself, I'm going to do it. Just as long as I get some laughter out of everybody,
Yeah.
because laughter is the best medicine, in my opinion, and it makes for a great show whenever you get it started. Just like, look at this. You see this darn freaking heel on my neck? No, it's a zit. And it hurts from here to here. And I'm like, how the fuck is that hurting so bad? And how is it so big? I never get zits. And here I got a zit on my neck.
I have a solution for that. I have a solution for that. Vodka.
Really? I have
Vodka. You know what? Vodka is my all healing thing now. Um, like I just bit my lip the other day, so I'm still, you know,
Yeah.
but because I haven't gotten the vodka healing yet. But what you do is you put it on a like a Q-tip, soak it in a Q-tip or one of those cotton pad things that they have out now, and rub it in, rub over it, let it soak in a little bit. Boom, gone the next day. It is like powerful. I put a, do my face if something's going on. I throw it on that.
I will have to definitely
It
try
is like
that.
I get a cut on my hand. The other day I had my hands all cut up from work. So I just put a
Oh.
cap full in my hand and rubbed it in like it
Ooh,
was
I
like
bet that burn like the Dickens.
sometimes it does, but boy, it's gone and healed in a day. It's awesome. So
You know,
there's your
for
remedy.
like canker sores,
Yeah.
my mama used to get something called camphophony, and you're not supposed to ingest it, but you can put a little bit on. I did it my whole life growing up. Because whenever I went through puberty, I didn't get zits. I got canker sores all in my mouth.
Uh,
So my mama was like, "Here, put this on." The next day, I swear to God, it was pretty much gone. Camphophonique is amazing when it comes to canker sores. That or warm salty water, or just put salt on it. Yes, it hurts and burns like the Dickens, but by the next day, it's gone.
yeah. Well, this way, if you do happen to swallow it, you're okay.
That's true. I might swallow
Yeah.
quite a few minutes of it, but we won't
I
go into
well,
that.
oh, I don't think that worked very well. Let me numb it again. Just
Just a few more times, and we'll be
a
good.
few more. Yeah, it needs a couple more.
Definitely. But yep, the
you
paranormal field and the podcast field is great. Do what?
you have a story about drinking.
I have a story about drinking. I do.
Yeah. When you were 16 years old, you had a drinking.
Oh, I do.
You
See,
do.
look, squirrel. I blame the
Squirrel.
military and all the experimental drugs that they put in my body when I was but yes, I was 16 years old, and me and a friend of mine went to a party. Like, what 16-year-old goes to a party? I mean, no, we went to a party out in Newton, Alabama, and that is the back roads. If anybody from Newton and Alabama knows about it, we went to a high school. A kid was throwing the party. We had a couple wine coolers. Honest to God, I swear I only had two wine coolers that I remember. After that, I don't even know how I got as drunk as I did, but I was drunk. And we went back to her house, and my friend was like, "See if your mama will let you spend the night." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." So I call my mom and I tell her, "Mama, I'm too tired to drive. If I get behind the wheel, I'm gonna crash and I'm gonna fall asleep, and I'm not gonna make it home." Well, she told me that if I didn't get my ass home right then and there, I was going to be grounded for spring break and I wouldn't get to go. And I had already paid for spring break. We were getting ready to go down to Panama City Beach, Florida. That was the spring break capital of the world back in the 90s. And I had already paid for the hotel room, my share of the hotel room, already had everything set up to go. And I was bawling on the phone, Mama, please don't make me. Nope. She still went after me and said, if I don't get home. So I was like, okay, here I am bawling the whole time I get behind the wheel. My friend puts a cold rag on my forehead, lights a cigarette up for me because, oh, yeah, let's do that to a drunk girl that's driving behind the wheel. But I'm going down the hill, and the first thing she tells me, don't go down the back road, Shauna. That's one of the biggest things I remember. I don't remember walking to the car. I remember crying, and I remember being in the front seat and her putting the seatbelt on me and lighting the cigarette for me. But I don't remember actually getting on the road, pulling out of her driveway. I don't remember going down the road. But instead of going down the main highway, I went down the back roads to home. And down this back roads, I remember the driver's side door window shattered. I must have hit something. I don't know what I hit, but the driver's side door shattered. I'm still going down the way, and I remember that part. And then I black out again, and then I come back to, and my cigarette is in the floorboard. So I'm bending over to grab the cigarette in the floorboard, and I pop back up, and I see a tree on this side, a metal reflector on this side, and I'm going off a cement culvert and landing on a tree root. I blink a couple of times and I look at the tree that is right in front of me. And the only thing that's wrong is I have a bruise on my collarbone. So I get out of the car. I remember stepping out of the car. I look around and I get back in the car. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up and I'm throwing up all over the bed. I go outside and I see that the rim of my car has been worn down because that tire had busted and I had drove all the way home from where I was on that busted rim. Tore up the axle on it. I put the donut on there. It was hard putting the donut on there. And I take it over to my friend's house and he calls my daddy and tells my daddy that I got into an accident. And I told daddy, I said, well, I fell asleep behind the wheel. Oh, Lord have mercy. Mom and Dad knew that there was something else going on. I wasn't just falling asleep behind the wheel. I didn't tell them until I was in my 30s, I think I was, when I finally told them I was drunk and you made me drive home.
Tried to tell you.
I tried to tell you and not tell you, but you wouldn't listen. But they went out the next day, and I believe wholeheartedly that it was my papaw that kept me from going through that windshield into that tree, because it was either him or some of my other ancestors or something. But I believe it was my papaw. Because I shouldn't have made that. That was just crazy how I landed on that tree root of all things, and it kept me from going into that tree.
So you don't know how your window broke?
I have no idea. I have no idea how it shattered. I know it was loose on the frame anyway, but I don't know what I hit to knock it off the frame or shatter. I have no idea. I'm scared to know because I think what I did was hit a mailbox or something. I honestly don't know how it shattered. I just know that it shattered. I had glass all in the car. I'm on the front seat. I didn't have a window there. It was just it was great looking back on it. That was the reason you don't drink and drive, and I have never drank and drove again in my life because that was
It's not
scary.
worth it. It's
It
not
is
worth it.
not worth it.
So
Not
when
at
you're
all.
telling, no, not a, I have to, I should never have met my husband because of a drunk driver. So there, but that's another
Oh,
story. I'll tell you that one
mm-mm.
later. But when you're telling me this story, what I felt was like a burst of energy broke that window.
Oh,
I felt like
trying
a
to
burst
warn
of
me. Wake me. Oh, maybe I fell asleep.
something.
I don't know because I blacked out. Maybe I fell asleep
Yeah,
and
maybe you fell asleep, but I feel like I felt this like not really felt, but I kind of saw like a bunch of energy. of something that just kind of pushed that window open, broke
I
that
don't
window.
understand. It was crazy because it did shatter on the inside, like it came into the car. It didn't just shatter out, it shattered into the car. Because when I went back out there to change everything, I had to clean out the glass real quick so mom and dad didn't see. And everything else, there was no scratch marks on the side of the car. I had a Buick Skyhawk, a red Buick Skyhawk. There was no scratch marks, so I don't think I hit anything. I don't remember. I was blacked out. Drunk driving, guys. Don't drink and drive,
Don't do
please.
it. Don't
It's not
do
worth it.
it.
It is not worth it. And I don't know, but it was the scariest thing. After I woke up that morning, I went by that area where I had went off, and it was just amazing because it was just right between I say a tree, it wasn't a tree. I'm so sorry. It was a telephone pole. It was a telephone pole, a metal reflector, and went right off um the concrete. It was like one of the ditches, the oh, what do they call it? The little tunnel ditches that they put under the ground under our driveway so that the water
Oh,
flows through the
okay.
ditch. A culvert. Is that what it's called? A culvert? A
Sure.
cement culvert? And
Sure.
went
That
just
sounds right.
how the hell do you make it in between a metal reflector and a telephone pole and not hit one or the other? It's either really damn good luck or somebody was driving that wheel for me. That's the only thing. That's the only explanation I have. Because my dad looked at it and he went to there the next day when he found out I had wrecked. And after he had talked to my friend's dad and said, I don't understand how you made it home. I don't understand how you made it alive with just a bruise on your collarbone. He's a cop, by the way. So, yeah. So he looked at the scene and he was like, there's no way you should have survived this. None. Here I
So,
am. I was
yeah,
meant to be here for a reason. But
absolutely.
there's so many
Wow.
stories of where I done stupid shit uh, that I should not be here. I mean, meeting strangers online and in the different location, or meeting them at their house. Or I am shocked I am still alive, and that wasn't a crazy person that I was meeting up with. Because
Don't do that, people. Don't do it.
don't
It's
don't
not
if you
safe.
guys don't know about the shopping cart killer that happened back in 2024, look up my podcast on the shopping cart killer. You'll find out that these women were meeting this man in a hotel room after texting him, and they ended up in a shopping cart dead in the woods. So don't do
Don't.
it. Meet in public. It's like Ron
Oh,
White says, I was intoxicated in the bar. They threw me into public. So, meet people in public. If you will have to
yes.
meet somebody, meet them in public. It's the safest route. There's so many people going missing anymore. So many people getting trafficked, and just y'all stay safe. Seriously.
Yeah,
Especially the
seriously.
kids. The kids, that's what gets me. I mean, these women were older women, of course. They were in their 30s and 40s, some of them in their 50s and 60s that he had killed. But at the same time, this is recent. Recent. This is within the last 2 years. And he is a serial killer. And you wouldn't think a serial killer would be able to go that long with killing people. I mean, he didn't really go that long. He went from August to October, or was it March? His first kill. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, still that many women. He killed like four or five, six women total that they believe he allegedly killed. And it was just absolutely, I'm so shocked I am alive today, because back then I didn't have a cell phone that I carried around with me all the time. I had landlines and stuff. I mean, nowadays you got the great cell phones that you can put your location on and people can find you, but still, be safe.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah. That's not going to save you
Seriously.
still. That if yeah,
Mm-mm.
by the time they find you,
Yep. That
don't do
person will be
it.
gone.
Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
it. Don't drink and
Don't
drive. Don't
do
meet
it. Don't
strangers in
yeah.
public, man or woman.
Don't listen to her. Don't
What I
do
did.
what
Do what
she's
I say.
done.
No, because I was an idiot. I was an absolute idiot. I was one of those teenagers that thought they were invincible. You're not invincible. You're not invincible. I was very. What was that?
Did you see? I saw that.
What was that? I
It
don't
looked
know.
like a worm, like dancing around like this.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I'll have to go frame by
I
frame and
saw
see what
that.
that was. I don't know, but I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, "What the heck?"
125. 1 hour, 25
125.
minutes. That's what you look for.
All right, 1 hour, 25 minutes. Definitely do that and do frame by frame. I mean, it could be just like a piece of hair or something, but that was very
That
unusual,
was,
especially after all that.
yeah, that I don't know if that was a hair because of the shape of it.
Yeah, it was like,
Shape. Yeah, it was
huh.
like shapy and moved upwards.
Maybe
Cool.
it's my guardian.
It's the one that helped you through this accident.
Why am I Peppa? I would not
Mhm.
doubt it. Peppa, show up all you. Oh, and he wore glasses.
That's the
It
thing
looked
on
like a
his
reflection
glasses.
of my glasses.
Yes.
I'll have to look. I'll definitely have to look and
Yeah,
see
definitely.
because that's very interesting. But yeah, it's been a crazy time, and it's weird because I didn't take into consideration at the time that it was something paranormal. I had a lot of different paranormal stuff happen to me growing up. Excuse me. I remember a time when I was 5 years old when my papa died, and I was swinging on the swing set out in the backyard, and I remember crying. And I remember saying, "I wish Papa you could push me," and I felt a nudge on my back. Old, at 5 years old, I didn't remember it until later on. Whenever I go back and look at things, be like, "Huh, maybe something like that did happen," you know. But at the same time, of course, you do Ouija boards. I got
Don't do
interested in
them.
Ouija boards when I was 14 and again when I was 19 in the service. And I was like, oh, let's do it. No, don't. Especially if you don't
Do
know
as
how to
she
close
says,
anything.
not as she does.
Yes, it is scary, scary mess. Now, I know a couple of
Yes.
paranormal investigator friends of mine that has done it, but they know how to close it. They know how to work it. They know what they're doing. If you don't know what
Yes.
you're doing, make sure you do it with somebody that does know what they're
Does.
doing
Yes.
because
Strongly.
yeah,
Strongly suggest
because
that.
that stuff is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Scary,
Mhm.
especially when you have little kids in the room. Because the last time I did a Ouija board, I did it at a friend of mine's house back on Fort Polk, Louisiana. We were at one of the houses that was on post. Now, this is one of the houses that was on post, and she's like, had me and a couple of friends over. Her kids were playing around in the room and everything, and she's like, "Let's do a Ouija board session." I got a Ouija board. And then she's like, "Let's prick our fingers." Like, no. And she goes, "Come here, come here." So I reach out my hand to her and she pricks my finger and puts it on the planchette. And I'm like, "Oh, that's just great. Thank you for asking me. I really appreciate it."
Mm.
So we're doing the Ouija board. Of course, a couple of us have been drinking. Our daughter is sitting over in the bathroom door. And the way the house was set up, you have an open kitchen with the little area for your dining table and then the living room. And right across from the dining table was the bathroom. And we are sitting there doing that, and her daughter's crying. And I'm like, "Why is your daughter crying?" She goes, "Well, I don't know." So I go up to her and I said, "Honey, what's the matter? What's going on?" And she goes, "Well, they don't want me here." "I want you here. Why don't you say that?" And she goes, "Not you, them," and pointed in a total different direction of where we were at. And I'm like, "Okay, time to call it done. We're done. We're done." And we stopped the session right then and there, and she was just bawling her eyes out. I didn't ask her anymore. I didn't want to push it anymore, but just that simple fact, not you, them. And I was like, "Okay, we're done. Let me take you to bed. Let's go to bed and get you tucked in, and we'll tell you a story." But yeah, don't do it. Don't be stupid.
Don't do
Don't be
it.
stupid. If you know what you're doing, great. That's all well and good. If you know somebody that knows what they're doing, then do it with them. Don't do it by yourself, please.
No.
But I mean, that's just my opinion. You do you, boo. I'm just telling you the warning signs.
Yeah. I strongly suggest it too. I suggest not listening to her. Do as she says, not as she does. I'm going to put that on the bottom down there too. Do as she says, not as
Disclaimer
she does.
warning.
Yes.
Don't be crazy like Shauna. uh, but no, it's been
Yeah,
a fun. I think it's been a fun ride because it has been a fun ride. I don't get scared at locations. Knock on wood, I don't ever get scared at locations. I've never been to a location where I've been uncomfortable. Well, I can't say that because I have been to Ashmore Estates where I got sick, not necessarily scared, but just I felt the warning. I felt like they were going to push me down the stairs at the top of the stairs. And I was like, don't you push me. I'm leaving. Don't you push me. And I just went down the stairs. Now, granted, who knows if they were actually going to push me or not. I just had that feeling. I had the feeling that somebody was watching me the whole time I was up on the third floor by myself. Mind you, I was by myself. So I was trying to wrangle up everybody, make sure everybody was out of the house. And then by the time I got downstairs, I felt nauseous. I was sick. I was like, I don't know what's going on. It just suddenly happened. I feel really overheated. I feel nauseous. And just something was telling me, all right, we've had enough. I want you done for right now. So I was done for right then, but I'll go
yeah.
back again and I'll go talk to him again.
Freak.
I am because I'm just that type of investigator. I love getting those experiences because to me, getting that personal experience of the because always trust your natural instincts. If you feel like somebody's watching you, if you feel the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, more than likely a spirit's probably around you and they're watching you. But doesn't always mean they're malevolent or they're evil or they could be just curious to know, hey, look at her hair, different colors. How did she do that?
Let me
Because a lot
feel
of
it. What does it feel
yeah,
like?
let me
Yeah.
feel it. Yeah. Or they're gonna tug your shirt or they're gonna touch you or something just to try to get some energy to let you know they're there. If you're
Mhm.
actually ready and in the paranormal field, you want that. You want that interaction. Yeah, no. A lot of cameras are not going to be able to catch it. A lot of EVPs aren't going to be able to be caught on digital, even though you may hear them. I wear hearing aids. So I hear some things through my hearing aids because I don't know how the ghosts have figured it out, but some of the ghosts have figured it out. You can talk to me through my hearing aids. You won't hear it on the EVP. It's just
Wow.
a personal thing they want me to know. So
Mhm.
you just got to experience it for yourself. Always go with an open mind, but always be skeptical too, because you never know. That knock on the door could be a pipe that's causing knocks going through. So always investigate, always do your debunking so you're not getting somebody's hopes up that their house is haunted or that building is haunted. You always want to make sure you're thorough and do your research. Always do your research. I repeat that more and more and more. Do your research. Go down those rabbit holes because you never know what's been on that property. And I always go in with an open mind. I don't really research a lot before I go in. I research the area, but I don't research that location because I want to go in with an open mind and get that fresh. Oh, was there somebody named Billy here? And then I go back home and I'll go online and I research it. Oh my God, there was somebody named Billy here. He talked to me. So I love doing that kind of stuff. It's just awesome. I love doing it. And I'll continue to do it. Like this year is nothing but conventions that we're going to network out and get to know a lot of people. And then next year we're doing a lot of the Amok crew, and Geeks Paranormal, which is me. But we're all going out to different locations next year. We're actually going to try at two hotel. Um, oh no, there were two hospitals in two different locations that I think are within like 35 minutes of each other. We're going to try to do a live podcast stream through that to see if we can get any evidence from the locations, see if we can get the spirits to actually converse with each other through
Oh,
those
wow.
locations. So we're looking forward to that. I want to go back to the McIntyre Villa. Stephanie O'Reilly is kook, but I love her to death, and I can't wait to go back. I want to go back to Sleeper Mortuary too because Sleeper Mortuary had a instance. I went back there last year, and we hadn't even gone in the building yet, and I was like, "Hey, kid," and you hear a come across my phone recording. I'm like, "Did you just say yeah?" And Ken was like, "No, I heard a hey." And I was like, oh, they said, hey. So this was before I even got in there. So I do love whenever they interact with me and they want to talk, because it just makes me feel good to know that I'm giving them that outlet that they can converse and talk to, and everything else. So it's a fun ride. I'm ready to do more of it, and I can't wait to get more people and more guests on the show. Last year I did a lot of fillers, what I call fillers, which is my geek searches, where I'll research a location, a haunted location, and I'll post up some story about it. And now I don't even have time for that. I made sure to have a time once a month for Sin and Mark, Sin Trader Hill and Marky Fultz for our true crime cold cases, because Marky Fultz is a psychic medium who actually talks to his spirits, and they tell him what Sin and I found. We don't tell him what we find before
Ooh,
we do the show. We find it ourselves, we tell each other, and then he has his spirits guide him on who it is, what it is, what's going on. And oh my God, he has been phenomenal the last couple of times I've had him on. His spirits have been
awesome.
on point. And I mean, they will even find something we don't know, and we'll do research while he's talking about it and find out, oh, yeah, there is a location that has that right there. Oh my God. So he is absolutely phenomenal.
That's
And
awesome.
it's been a wild ride. I told you I could talk all night.
Oh, hey, I can talk all night too. I can talk all night. Oh man, yeah, I did really good when I first met Tillie. I did a reading on her, a blind reading, and all I had was a name. I don't even think I had a picture. She didn't even have a picture on her little icon-y thing there. So, but I got this stuff, and she's like, "You were right on. You were on it."
Wow, that's
And
amazing when that happens.
yeah,
Oh,
and she got a hold of me later, and she's like, I out of the top three, you were like one of the top three people that had read me as good as you did. And that's how I met her.
that is amazing.
That's how I met her. And yeah, she's been such a friend. I'm gonna put a shout out for her. She's selling teas.
Yeah, did you see what she's doing for EPP? Did
Oh,
you see
all
her
the
promotion
candles
now?
and everything.
We are in collaboration of making a bean juice tea.
Bean juice.
Bean juice, because I call my coffee bean juice. And
No.
she is going to put something together. I'm going to taste test it and see if I like it. And if I do, then bean juice is going to be born, and I'm going to be promoting it on the show for her, and hopefully get it sold. Hopefully people will buy it and they'll enjoy it. So we are
Well,
right
I
now in the
love
process of getting some flavors together.
nice, nice. I have tried some of her teas. I love them.
Which one
They
did
are,
you try?
oh my goodness, she sent me like six different flavors.
Oh, I only had two, and I loved them both.
Yeah, I love these. I love these, and they're so good. She has one that's like a it was a birthday cake.
Oh, was it the Christmas cake?
Yes, yes, the Christmas cake.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh my God. I didn't realize
good,
it was
huh?
like, she goes, and you want to know what? That was actually medicinal. I'm like, nah, you're lying. Because it does not taste, and it smells. Oh, it smells so good. And look at that cute little,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it. I
I
love it.
love it
She
too.
is so good.
I had a chocolate truffle.
Yes, that one was good too. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Oh no. Yeah, the white fudge pistachio truffle.
yes. Oh,
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna
yes.
try it with milk. I got enough in there to try it with milk. I didn't have milk whenever I tried it the first time. I put my
Oh,
coffee in it.
there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could remember. I'm sorry, Tilly. Yeah, I'm not remembering, but there's like a turtle, chocolate turtle thing.
Oh.
Um,
Mm.
oh man, I can't remember them, but I'm like, I'm savoring them as long as I can because they're so good. It's like special occasion.
I am so stoked because we finally went from chocolate caramel to just caramel because I love caramel macchiatos. I love anything caramel coffee. Um, and so she's like, "Well, how about we do something more caramel and vanilla?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm looking forward to trying it and seeing how it goes. And
Awesome.
if it passes the bean juice test, then we will be promoting it more.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I love it. She's so talented. Um,
She is.
she's been posting a lot of her photos or her pictures that she's been doing.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm,
Mhm.
mm. So we have about 20 more minutes. So I'm going to get into one more question with you. Have you ever had experiences with the um, cryptids?
Unfortunately, no, but I am open to the prospect of going out and actually doing some Sasquatch watching and trying to find some dogmen or mothmen or even fairies. I did go to the Hinsdale house back in 2023, I believe it was. Angel Veo, beautiful, beautiful lady, such a sweetheart. She's also a medium. She invited me up there. I spent 3 days at the Hinsdale house. Loved every minute of it. I highly suggest those that are unbelievers go to the Hinsdale house. You'll believe once everything's said and done. For some reason, I did not get the feeling I was welcomed at the fairy mound. There was quite a couple of nights that I was going to go up and leave my offering and see if I could talk to them, but I didn't feel like, not that I wasn't really welcome, but I just wasn't ready.
Mm,
And every time I went to do it, I would do something else, or something else would catch my mind and I would go do something else. Um, but I highly the next time I go, I'm gonna go up to the fairy mound. But it just didn't feel like it's not like I wasn't welcomed. I felt welcomed. I felt welcomed at the home. A lot of people are like, don't go in the basement. It's so spooky and scary in the basement. They don't want you in the basement. I went to the basement. I didn't feel anything but people wanting to converse and wanting to talk and wanting to get their voice out. That's all I ever got from that property. I never got anything malevolent, anything bad. And a lot of people say that a lot of bad things happen there. And to say that they did or didn't, I couldn't tell you. I have not done a deep dive on that house. I went out there to do the experience and to experience all the stuff people were talking about because I wanted that personal experience before I did the deep dive on it. But the fairy mound, and there's supposed to be pukwudgies out there and a lot of different kind of UFO phenomena and stuff like that. Now, ask me about UFOs, and I can tell
bring it
you a little
on.
bit about UFOs.
Bring it on.
um, my first experience with a UFO, I was about 7 or 8 years old. Um, what I remember of it, I remember Dad was watching Unsolved Mysteries or some kind of UFO show. I want to say it was the Unsolved Mysteries where they were talking about the UFO abductions, and I remember going out in the backyard because our backyard was fenced in, and Dad had just built a deck, and I was laying on the deck looking up at the stars. I was like, "Ooh, how cool would it be to see a UFO?" Well, one of the stars was twinkling like really rapidly, and then all of a sudden it
That's
shot to the left. It didn't shoot down like a normal shooting star would. It shot to the left. At 7 years old, I really didn't think about it much, but whenever it shot to the left, it kind of spooked me out, and I was like, I'm gonna go inside now. So I went inside.
yeah.
Come years later, the next UFO I saw was in Destin, Florida. I don't know if you ever heard of the orange lights over Destin, Florida. Back in
Yes, I've heard of the
2007,
yeah, I've heard of the orange lights, but I can't remember where, but it's probably that same place.
I was a friend of mine, her name is Becca. She was one of my best friends at the time. She called me and said, "You need to get over here. There's something going on in the backyard. You need to get over." This is before I even got into the paranormal. And I was like, okay. So I go out there. I take my phone. At the time, it was one of those orange slide phones that you could just slide up
Oh,
and
yes.
type on it. You had a little keyboard under it. Well, I go back to our backyard and I'm seeing three orange orbs in the sky. One is brightening while the others are dim, and then it dims. And then one over here will brighten and dim. And then this one's like they were communicating with each other. And it was like, what in the world is that? They're not moving, they're in the same location. I'm like, this is crazy. They're doing this for like an hour. I'm videoing as much as I can on that little phone from back in 2007 that I can. And we couldn't figure it out. And then I go online years later after I moved here to Oklahoma. I go online trying to find it back in, I'll see, I think it was 2009. I was doing the research on it and couldn't find anything. There was no story on the orange lights over Destin Beach. There's no stories of the orange lights over the water in Destin, nothing. Well, then a couple of years later, I want to say like 2014 or 16, it's all over the internet. Oh, there's orange lights. There was orange lights all over Destin, blah, blah, blah. I got robbed in 2009 in this house. Never been robbed a day in my life, knock on wood. One time I don't have renter's insurance, I get robbed. They bust into my house, they grab everything. I had that phone in a drawer of my desk. Well, they go through the drawer and there's still some SD cards in it, but the phone's missing. Now, yeah, okay, it may be a conspiracy theory that, hey, whatever. But it's kind of odd that I'm sitting here researching this and then all of a sudden everything gets taken and my house was robbed. Granted, it could have just been somebody robbing houses all over the place. But at the same time, they took the only evidence I had of the orange lights that I saw in Destin. And I'm
Oh,
like, oh my God. Fast forward a few years later, I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I had just got done at a ballet, watching a ballet. And I'm on my way home. And you know those strobe lights that kind of say, hey, come here if you want to get your
yeah.
shit. Come over here and get some awesome crap. Well, I thought it was one of those, but it wasn't moving. It was just shining. And I didn't see a connection that went down. It was just like this strip of light in the sky. I'm driving down the highway, mind you, doing this number because I'm like, oh, I can't pull over because there's nowhere to get off of or pull over. And next thing I know, it shoots straight up into the air. And of course, it's cloudy. I couldn't see what it was. And I'm like, what the hell did I just see? What just happened? Why didn't I have my phone out? Why wasn't I recording it? Because I'm driving. I'm
Because you're
being
driving.
responsible, you guys.
Now
So
you
the
can listen to her.
yes, the friend that was with me at the time, fortunately we're not friends anymore, but the friend that was with me at the time saw the same thing. It just shot straight up into the air. I don't know of a helicopter that could do that. I know there's some planes that could do that, but what plane are you going to see that does that over Tulsa, of all places, and have a blue light like that? It was just weird. And then, hang on, I'm not done yet. There were some orange lights over Bartlesville, Oklahoma one year that we saw as we were driving through all these cities, and I can't explain what they were. A lot of people say, oh, those were just flame stuff that they were doing over the city and blah. Back in that time frame, I saw the orange lights and I'm like, something's sus, because that's not just floaters going up into the air. Come on, guys. But you never
Wow.
know. I mean, it could be. I mean, look at the balloons they've had going over all over the cities that they say was China and trying to find stuff on our military bases. Don't get me started on
Oh,
that one. But
I'm
it
thinking back. Sorry, I'm going into a squirrel.
No, you're fine.
I believe my mom was actually born in Bartlesville.
I'm not from here, but my husband is. And if it wasn't for him, I would not be here. I would have been back in Alabama, and I probably would have been missing out on all the awesome stuff that I've been able to do over these last few years. But
That's crazy.
I got stuck here, and then I met him, and I got stuck here longer. I've been here 16 years now. I always put on there I'm from Tulsa or nowhere, Oklahoma. So,
Nowhere, Oklahoma. There you go.
yep. But yeah, because of my little girl, I don't tell them exactly where I'm at. I'm in Tulsa.
Yeah.
So that could stay. Um,
Yeah.
but it's been a wild ride and pretty amazing. And I wouldn't get rid of anything that I've done, any kind of mistake or anything that I've done in the past. It's what's made me grow. It made me who I am today. And the paranormal field has just been amazing to me. I keep telling people I want to be woo woo. I want to be woo woo like some of the other woo woo people. And I get a lot of responses, but you are. Like, well, if they're the walls, I can't take them down. I don't know how I even got them up. So,
But that's part of the journey, though. That's part of the journey. And you are woo woo. You do have this. You do have this because otherwise you wouldn't be feeling things when on your investigations. You wouldn't be hearing things.
yeah,
You wouldn't have the experiences you've had.
yeah. I would just love to see them. My biggest thing is I would
I
love to
know.
have the ability to see them, especially the ones we've lost in the past. Like I had, do you have time for one more?
Yeah.
One more story.
One more story.
My my cousin, or experience, so to say. My cousin had a little boy about 11 months younger than my oldest son. He died when he was 9 years old in MRSA. Broke my heart for her. Broke my heart every time I looked at my son and seeing how he was growing and how he was doing the things he was able to do and how her son was not able to do so. Granted, I
Right.
wasn't that close to her. I'm still not that close to her, but she's my cousin. I love her. And I've met the little boy quite a few times. His name is Wei Wei. And a couple of years ago, I started seeing nothing but dragonflies fill my vision. It was either I was looking up something for a project, there was a dragonfly. I was looking up something else for a project, a dragonfly. Go outside, dragonflies. How often do you see a lot of dragonflies in Oklahoma if you're not over the lake or something? But it's just, I would go to Hobby Lobby and I would be trying to get beads or something for one of my projects, and dragonfly, this big huge dragonfly would just jump into my face. I bought diamond arts that was so cool because it had a skull on it and everything. There's a dragonfly in the corner and a dragonfly in the lower corner. I'm like, okay, what is going on? Then I had a dream. He was in my dream. He was the same age as my oldest son is. He had grown up. He goes, hey, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Tell my mama I love her. And that was it. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, I can remember to this day what he was wearing, a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt and a baseball cap. And the baseball cap was red and worn. And I can't tell you, I can't remember if he was wearing tennis shoes or boots. But something tells me he's a country boy. And he was wearing boots. But he said that and I was like, okay, I just chalked it up to a dream that I wanted to see him. I wanted to see that he was okay and that he was doing good. Months later, I start seeing dragonflies again everywhere. Dragonflies. We go to the lake and there's like 5 or 6 dragonflies going around. It's like, okay, chalking up just so it's the lake. Looking up stuff, looking up art projects and stuff that I might want to do. Dragonflies popping up everywhere. Okay, it's the algorithm. The algorithm's just trying to, it's seeing that I like dragonflies, so it's just popping up dragonflies everywhere. The skeptical side of me. Then I had another dream. And it was like, hey, please tell my mama I love her. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm good. Then I wake up. This time he was wearing like a blue flannel shirt over a white t-shirt and a pair of jeans again with a blue baseball hat. And I'm just sitting here going, what is going on? Why am I dreaming of this kid? I wasn't close to her. I wasn't close to him. Why am, but I am the black sheep of the family. I'm the only one doing shit like this. But so I finally tell Ken about it and I tell Pam about it, and they're like, tell her. He's wanting you to, oh, send Trader Hill. Send Trader Hill is one of the biggest ones. Like, tell her. You need to tell her. She needs to know you are seeing him. And I'm like, oh, she's gonna think I'm nuts. She's gonna think I'm crazy. So finally, out of the blue, I messaged her and I said, hey, cuz, because one of the pictures that they post up every year around his death is one of the ones that I made of him while he was sick. It was graphic arts that I did of him laying on Jesus' shoulder, and I done the Bible verse of what a mother is. And it was supposed to be a happy picture used to say he's going to make it, Jesus is with him, it's going to be fine. And then when he passes away, oh my gosh, the guilt that I felt for making that picture was just
Oh,
overwhelming. And she messaged me not too long after he died, and she goes, I want to say thank you for making that picture, because if it wasn't for that picture and me taking it to all the meetings that I've gone through, I think I would have gone insane. Your picture has helped so much. And I'm just like, the feels, the feels. But I finally get with her years later, after she sent me that, and after I've had the two dreams of him, and I told her, I said, okay, I got to tell you something, because I've been told to tell you, and I think he wants me to tell you. You may not believe in stuff like this, but I still need to tell you. Wei wants me to tell you he loves you and that he's fine and he's okay. And I got to tell you, he's grown like my oldest boy. He looks amazing. He's got such a sweet smile. And I left it at that. And she comes back, well, thank you, cousin. I don't believe in that kind of stuff, but thank you for letting me know. I have not had a dream of him since. Now,
that's
a couple days ago, I did see a couple dragonflies pop up on my screen. And I'm like,
oh,
okay,
here we go again.
are we doing this again? I haven't had a dream. So I don't know. Maybe he's just popping up saying, hey, Shauna, love you. Thank you.
Thank you, giving you a thank you for that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had I had a miscarriage before my son was born, and um, I miscarried at 6 weeks.
Oh,
So I
goodness.
didn't
That
know.
had to be so.
It was hard. It was really hard. Um, but now that I got into this, I feel so much better. I feel so much better. Um, so we didn't know boy, girl. And
Mhm.
about 2010, around that time frame, our son is like, Mom, how come you never named the baby? I'm like,
Okay.
well, that that would be something I would have thought of. But my
Right.
son thought of that. And so we're like, okay, let's think of a name, something that can go either gender. So he comes up with Taylor. I'm like, cool. All right. So we have Taylor. All right. So now here's Taylor. Da 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 da. And then I get into this and I start using my pendulum and I start asking for Taylor, seeing if she Taylor would come through. And she did. She said that she was a girl and that she did not like the name Taylor.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, well, what do you want to be called? What is your name? Well, we come to find out her name is Monica, just like on the show Friends,
Oh,
Monica. And I'm like the show. And she's like, yes. I go, are you like Monica in the show? And she goes, yes. And I'm like, oh my goodness. At that point, I had a kid that was like absolutely spotless clean, Monica. Then I have a kid that was like, are you kidding me? Are
right. That's my house right now. Are you kidding me?
you kidding me? But so it's been great. And then actually, oh, I want to say probably about 2 years ago, I actually got a view of her. I saw her real quick, like kind of at a distance in the window at work. I was looking out and I saw her and she was standing there and she turned around and looked at me. She had the long hair like me. She looked a lot like me. She was like about 12 years old, 12, 13 years old.
Oh,
Beautiful young lady. And I have to go into a little bit more, then we should probably let you go. But then later on last summer, I'm at work. I end up calling my brother, or somehow or another, him and I got was talking, and he starts talking about seeing my mom, like you and I are sitting here. He was talking about seeing our uncle and all of this stuff. And I'm like, really? Just out of curiosity, why don't you call in Monica? So he calls in Monica. We're sitting here talking for 15 minutes during my lunch, and we're talking. And just before I had to go back to in, I said to my brother, I go, do you know who Monica is? And I should back up. We had such a conversation. I was crying. He says, Monica's crying. Monica's giving you a hug. So we're giving each other hugs. We're hugging and crying, both of us. We were all this stuff. And I asked my brother, do you know who Monica is? He's like, no. I go, that's my baby. She's my miscarriage. And he like flipped. He was like, what? That was my niece? I just saw my niece. I just
oh my
so excited. I was like, yeah. And then I
gosh.
went back to work and we still kept talking for another 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So he's
And
got
I
the gift
was,
to see,
and he doesn't want
and
to
you,
use it. He doesn't want to use it. He's an artist. He's an
he could be one of
artist.
those artists,
I know.
guys. Oh my
So I told
gosh.
him, oh, I'm sorry, you blanked out.
Talent he's wasting. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he doesn't want to go any further with it. So I'm not going to push him. But I go, if nothing else, if you could just draw Monica, just draw Monica, ask her to pose for you. She'll sit and pose for you. Draw her. I want to see her in your vision. So I'm waiting for my picture for Monica.
Oh, is he working on
I
it
was
now?
I'm gonna cry right now. But I mean,
Oh,
it was so beautiful.
oh,
So beautiful being able to talk with her like that. And it was just like, oh,
oh.
that's so cool. So
That is amazing. And that's another proof of the afterlife that a lot of people don't want to admit to. Whenever you have stuff like that, yeah, the afterlife is energy. It's a lot of energy. Even the scientists, and I can't remember the video to save my life, but there's a doctor, scientist that sits there and says, yes, your existence after death is real. Your energy goes back out into the universe. You're there. So my biggest thing is, yeah, they're growing up to what they would be like, just like they would if they were alive.
yeah.
And it's amazing to see that. And I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. So I got to see her, and then I'm waiting to see if what I see is the same as what my brother would see
Yeah.
or what my brother saw.
That now that will be interesting to find out, especially if what he draws is exactly what you saw.
Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah. That
Oh.
would be so cool. Of course, I was at a distance. He was up close, and then she touched him. She touched him, and he goes, oh, her hands were so soft and just very young, very gentle.
Oh.
He felt her. He felt her. And I was just like, oh, but
It is kind of worrisome though, because you worry about them in the afterlife if they're okay, who's taking care of them. Then you got to think about all your family that's over there that is helping them. And I mean, maybe next time ask her who's been watching over you and who's been around you and
yeah,
see.
Yeah. Probably our uncle and our mom and our grandparents and all of those others,
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just so amazing. So, so amazing that yeah, it was really
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome. I can't wait just to hear your story on that and see if what he sees is what you saw.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited to
interesting.
see it. I'm on I'm on the list, I guess.
Oh, the,
He's got all
I'm
these
all
other projects he's drawing too. So, but yeah, yeah.
oh
Well,
goodness.
we're over 2 hours of a
Yes.
show. So I am going to let you get back to your family. I'm going to go
Well, thank
see
you.
if my husband's still awake up there and see if I could say hi to him tonight. So thank you so much for being on the
Oh,
show. I
no.
mean,
Thank you for having me on and putting up with my nonsense.
oh, it was it was a joy. It was a joy. No worries, no worries.
Well,
I
I'm
would love
glad.
to have you back on the show and talk more of your experiences if you would like. And um, it would be so much fun. Let us know
I
how
would
the
love to come
comms
back.
go. Okay.
Oh, that would be love to see people. So if they want to come and share their stories at the conventions that I'm going to, because I will be having my table there. It will be live. I'll be doing my podcast at the table. You can come to the Goblin Con in Kentucky in August. You can go to New Orleans Paracon in the end of July, 1st of August. They are sitting me from what they texted me. They're sitting me between Patty Negri and a pet meeting. So I'm gonna have a great booth, and I'm hoping a lot of
Nice.
people come and converse and tell me their stories. I'm also going to be at Bordertown Strange in Caney, Kansas. That's going to be on the 8th of August. And then we're going to be at OzCon in Missouri in the last weekend of April, and then we're going to Oz Fair in October at the same location, and then Arkansas Paranormal Expo in Arkansas. And you can find all these events at exploringtheparanormalperspective.com, or you can go to our Facebook page at Mostly Paranormal or exploringtheparanormalperspective.com, or just follow us on the Tube of You or Rumble at EPP Podcast on Rumble and Geeks Paranormal everywhere else.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. And
Of course.
we will catch up with you next time.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. It was good seeing your face.
It's always good to see the faces. Like we talked about
Yes.
before the show, it's I don't see faces until the show. So it's
Mm.
really cool to see faces. It's really nice.
It is.
It's awesome.
Very awesome. Very
Yeah.
awesome. You have a good night.
All right, you too. Well, if anyone else out there has any stories you would like to share, let me know. Email me at lighttalk423 at gmail.com and we'll get connected. All right, we'll see everybody next time. Bye.